Welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School, Kitsap Bank Stadium, Ned Fisher Field for our first football broadcast of the season. We're coming to you live right here on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable Channel 205. And we're also streaming this game live in high definition. There are no fees on our broadcast, and if you want to watch the game on high definition, go to the school district homepage and click on the YouTube link. Tonight the Wolves take on the Sumner High School Spartans. Troy Larson and Brian Pickard are here with me, Phil Menninger, and we're looking forward to a great game on a beautiful night out here. Troy, what do you know about the Spartans?
Thanks, Phil. It's a great night either way, one way or the other. It's just a beautiful day to be at the field when seeing all these kids out, so it's a win no matter what. But the Spartans showed up tonight, and they're all whites, and Coach Keith Ross, who's in his 20th season, has the Spartans playing awesome. In the last 3 games, Phil and Brian, they've outscored their opponents 137-49. And my public school math teaches me that that's about 3-to-1 ratio. So he's got them playing well. They have a very, very diverse offense, both running and passing the ball, and have a really, really steep defense. But again, secondary on what's been happening over the last year and a half, it is so cool to see everybody out enjoying the band, the cheerleaders, the atmosphere, high school football. So in my book, this is a win for the night.
Sure, and we played spring football season earlier this year, but you know, it was really odd to be out here without any fans out. Everybody was obviously watching their games on,
hopefully
on
YouTube.
YouTube. And so it is fun. It's the atmosphere out here is great. So just absolutely fantastic.
Well, the captains are out on the field, and looks like they're going to do a coin toss here. See who's going to be kicking off and who's going to be receiving tonight. Like these guys have said, it's a beautiful night. It's just great night for high school football on a Thursday night, a rare Thursday night game.
Yep, and it looks like South Kitsap won the toss and has deferred to the second half. So Sumner should be receiving the ball to start this game, and then South will get it start the second half. So that's what South wants. So that's a good start for us.
Yep, looks like Spartans will be going from our right to our left up here in the booth on the home side of the Kitsap field here, if you're familiar with it. And it's also nice to see the Wolves in their traditional white pants and maroon uniform. So great look for them. A lot of tradition in the program. I know they play a lot of young players, but like I said, no time like the present, and this is why they play the game, Phil.
Exactly. We have a nice-sized student section going, which is, again, something we haven't seen in a couple of years. And, the COVID bug has already hit the Wolves once this year. This is our first broadcast. We're late in the season, but unfortunately, because South had to cancel a game at the last minute, their first open game due to the COVID.
And I know we're here to watch a football game, which is great, but it's a bigger picture than that. I personally know some band members and their families, some cheer squads and their family, and they put in an incredible amount of time too to practice and to show off their skills. So they missed it too. So this is obviously the football team brings us here. It allows us to watch, but there's a lot of people invested in and a lot of time and energy by both students and parents to pull this all together.
And Troy and Phil, I drove through downtown Port Orchard this afternoon, and I don't know how many. There must have been 30, 40 South Kitsap flags, all those flags down there showing the community spirit, the store, all the businesses and whatnot supporting. And that's just, supporting the kids, bottom line. So exactly, just to kind of emphasize what you're saying, Troy, was there's a lot of people involved in here. Just great to have it.
So
glad we're going.
Kicking off for South Kitsap is number 10, Nicholas Shockey.
It's a sophomore.
I
like seeing that. Those underclassmen out there turning out.
And unfortunately, we can't get the number of the Sumner receiver right now.
He's standing at the 10-yard line ready to receive the ball. Got 2 people at the 20, and here we go.
I'm sorry, that was number 16. So squib kick. Sumner picks it up and takes it around. Oh, nice move. That's number 6 for Sumner, which is Isaiah Watkins picking up the ball, senior. So
brought it out to about the 48-yard line.
the Sumner starts with great field position. Sumner has a couple of real quick receivers and quick backs, and I don't think the Wolves want to give them a chance to gain a running start.
And as far as I can tell, Phil, I think Sumner brings to the table, I think they have 5 returning starters on offense, and we'll get to the defense when they get on the field. But watch for a lot of RPO from their quarterback here, from Bo, and see what happens. But I don't think they're afraid to run the ball or pass the ball in any direction. It's got a really good release from the
So Sumner goes deep right off the bat. Receiver gets behind the Wolves and takes it down to about the 12 yards. So right off the bat, there's about a 40-yard connection there. And that's complete to number 24.
So Bo
Mentnick.
coming from the arm of Bo Carlson. And Bo Sumner's quarterback and has already been one time this year the South Sound Athlete of the Week. And I did watch a little bit of video on him earlier this week and yesterday, and I've seen that exact same play a couple times. It was a beautiful throw, to be honest.
Another pass play for a first down. Picks up about 11, just short. They're going to have first and goal at the 1. But there is a flag on the play. So we'll get the officials call from here. So obviously Sumner comes out. They're high-powered, good passing game, and, speedy attack. So
very senior-led team at Sumner this year as well.
So pass interference against Sumner on that one. So that's a break for the Wolves, or that's how the person got open. You never you don't really know. I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was there. This is happening at the end of the field that we can't really see that well because it's far away from our booth. But
we're up on top of the school, and we're about the 20-yard line. So to our left, your left, it's a little bit of a stretch. We're all leaning out the windows trying to figure out what they're doing and who's doing what.
Yep, so that's a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to bring up 1st and 15. So it's great to hear the cheerleaders out here getting all the audience participation going.
Hey, Phil, while we have a time, and I know we're sitting on a penalty waiting for the next play to take place, but kudos to these refs too. I know the state of Washington has had a hard time getting enough referees with COVID-19 and just people in general. A lot of people retired from the craft or just have decided not to do it. So I know they've had to flip a lot of schedules, which may or may not be why we're on a Thursday night tonight, but kudos to these guys that are out here trying to get it done too. It's not easy, and I know they're working double time these days.
Yeah, and I was kind of wondering about the 5-yard walk-off, and they went ahead and redid it and went 10 yards, so it's 1st and 20. So that makes a lot more sense on pass interference call for me. But again, someone's going to come in with a run this time, quarterback keeper, and he is going in. That's number 4. Bo Carson, and he is in from the 22-yard line. Touchdown, Sumner.
Nicely designed play. Fake the handoff to the big tailback up the middle. Some of the Wolves bid on that, and then it was a one-on-one sprint to the end zone.
Yep, and he's quick. There's no doubt about it. So in to kick the extra point for Sumner is number 89, Wyatt Redding. And
good snap.
There's whistles before the kick. Flag on the play. False start against Sumner, so that'll bring it back 5 yards.
So essentially, the kicker got a practice kick, and now he'll do it for real.
And the snapper got a practice snap, and I got to tell you, that snap was a little bit
rolled back there a little bit, Phil. It rolled back there.
So I'm sure he's looking for a do-over, and he's probably pretty excited about it. So we'll try it again, this time from about the 8-yard line.
Watching him in warm-up, he had plenty of leg.
So better snap, and the extra point is good. So
Sumner leads it 7-0 with 11:18 left in the first quarter.
So again, that's high-powered, real fast, speed Sumner offense, throwing the ball deep right away.
Throwing the ball, no mercy, right out of the get-go. And when they have play-action pass with that one's Peyton Wing, where they faked, who's also had a tremendous year rushing the number 7 in the backfield there with Bo. So let's see how the South Kitsap kids respond here, get some positive yardage, and see what they can do on offense. They've had some struggles on offense this year. They're not. They've scored 27 and given up 81, but they've progressively gotten better week by week. So let's see what happens.
They're
young,
young,
very young.
Young squad. There's what did we talk about earlier? There's no more than about 10, 12 seniors.
And I'll give you one right here. Back to return for South is number 2, Jordan Lee. He's the 5'10" sophomore for South Kitsap. So. Let's see if we can get a good return, get some good blocking, and get some decent field position for South to start.
He looks like he's lining up to take a run at this, Phil. I know he's got a pretty good leg. I was watching him before the game started, so see if he squibs this one or lets it fly. My gut's telling me he's going to let it fly. He's got a pretty big leg.
Yep.
And you're right.
And it goes, and it's
through the end zone.
Through the end zone, so South will start in the 25-yard line.
There was nothing about his posture running up to that ball that said he was going to squib it.
Yeah, no.
That was, maybe I'm dating myself. That was a Happy Gilmore swing at the golf ball, the run up. And
you are, but
yes,
but that's
okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm there.
All right.
Being a few years older than you.
And I got my schools mixed up. I'm thinking college level. So South is starting at the 20 with the ball kicked into the end zone. And, for high school, if you can do that, that's eliminates a return, and out you go. Out you go. 20 is not terrible for your defense to be there.
Right.
So South starts with the ball at the 21st and 10 in a shotgun formation. Quarterback goes back to pass, pulls it down.
He got leveled,
and he
stood in there and tried to deliver that pass, but he got leveled.
So there's a flag on the play, late flag on the play. And quarterback for South, number 3, Mason Elena.
Intentional grounding, I believe.
Well, it shouldn't be grounding unless he didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and right. I didn't see where it landed, so I'm guessing that's what happened. He was certainly out of the pocket. So, I personally thought there was a receiver in the area, but.
So
another
thing, Phil and Brian, to watch on Sumner's defense, both, and they also play running back too and get the ball a lot. But Tristan Dunn, number 2, and Peyton Wing, number 7, are also their linebackers on defense. These are really, really good high school athletes we're talking about, and both of them were in on that play. So just something to watch throughout the game. They got some big fellers up there, up the middle, clogging it up, and Tristan and Peyton are all over the place and very well regarded within the state as a great linebacking core.
So it's going to be South Kitsap's ball on the 8-yard line with a second down and 22. So not a good start right off the bat, first play, but other things have happened. Back to pass again. Oh, through the hands of the receiver. That's number 10. Nice pass. Receiver was Nicholas Shockey. And unfortunately through his hands. But so it's going to bring up third down for South.
And I think that was Tristan Dunn chasing down South's quarterback again, harassing him. So a little more hold up front. So
South out again in this shotgun formation. 1 running back, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass, going deep and out of bounds. So well covered, and that was intended for number 7 on South Kitsap, and that's Braden Scovold. And Braden was well covered, so South is going to have to punt from their end zone, which is certainly not where anybody wants to be.
So
not the desired result.
So 4 straight pass plays for South out of the get-go to start the game off. There's a bigger plan involved here.
South running somebody on right at the end here. And number 24 for Sumner, which is Jay Metnick, is there to fair catch at the 31-yard line. So Sumner has a short field for their second possession.
So they went to the air a lot, and the first part there, quarterback keeper. If you could get in here and warn some of the, I'm sure they probably know, and coaches are yelling at them, watch that RPO, Phil, coming out with Sumner. They've had some success passing with their, their fakes. I anticipate in this drive here that it's one of those running backs that's going to get the ball and see what they do, catch them off guard a little bit.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of weapons, and that's at the high school level that makes it difficult. If you get some tough matchups, it's just the way it is. So Sumner is more of a pistol formation. Quarterback's about 3 yards back, single back set with 2 out, and the handoff is to number 7, Peyton Wing, and he's going to gain about 11 yards and pick up the first down.
There it was. Right, go. Here's the ball, sir.
So the front four of the Wolves have some pretty decent size. You got they're almost bookends. They're we got a 5'10", 6'2", 6'2", and they range from a light of 210 up to 275. So there's some. Oh, and they got some size up there.
And that's program.
Oh, fumble on the play.
Bo Carlson picked it up, trying to get away.
And he's going to go down, and that's a huge loss. Huge loss on the play, just about 20 yards.
Great hustle by the South kids. Driving down. I think we've established it. Sumner's quarterback. Bo Carlson's a really good athlete, so nice play by the South kids to track him down.
Here's your replay. South, good job maintaining lane control, and
I think that was Jordan Lee.
Jordan Lee, really good pursuit by Jordan.
Quarterback, defensive back. He's a sophomore and stayed with him.
So now critical for the defense to get a stop here. What are we at?
We're at
second and 30.
So snap, quarterback pass coming out here. Open receiver, but it's low and he drops it. So that was intended for number 6, Isaiah Watkins. But great for South because it's going to bring up third down and about 30 yards to go. So
I know it's super early in the game, Phil and Brian, but this feels like it's be a really good stop for the kids in South and give them maybe a little bit better field position than they started with after the kickoff and a penalty.
But not only the field position, but the confidence, right?
Yep.
You want to gain some of that on defense. Stop. Another deep pass. It's going to be picked off by number 5 from South Kitsap.
That's Octavian Clark. He's a 145-pound wide receiver defensive back. He's a sophomore. Nice pick.
Good job. And he takes it back to about the 12-yard line. So South will take over. Here's the replay.
He just drops back into center field. He's playing the ball. And well played, young man.
He read that well and just stepped right in front of it.
And, you don't blame Sumner for going for that because that's almost as good as a punt anyway.
Right.
But certainly better than giving up points. So first down, Wolves. And Mason Elena is going out to the huddle. South also favors kind of a pistol to shotgun formation. They don't get under center. Get 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, single back formation. It'll be interesting to see if South tries to run at this point. Yep, going to go for a pitch to the outside. Some decent blocking, but it's going to be stopped for no gain.
That was number 2, Jordan Lee, the same kid that picked that pass off. He running hard.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of space to go, and there's 2 or 3 tacklers there, and he just lowered his head and fired away. Give him credit.
So it brings up second down 10 for South Kitsap. Again, deep in their own territory, about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line. But let's see what they can do.
Pretty stout so far on the Sumner defense, and as far as I can tell, that again,
quarterback keeper.
Nice play.
He's got some room. First down for South Kitsap. 14 yards on that play. So
Tristan down on the tackle.
that's a
got
great
popped, but great run, and that's good. Like I said, I think Sumner's got 8 returning starters on defense, Phil, from a very successful year last year. So, nice play. Any positive gains we're going to get tonight are not going to come lightly. So either well schemed or well executed.
Yeah, first down, ball in 33, guys. Gotta like it.
So this time we got 3 receivers over in left side formation. Handoff again up the middle.
Drops it.
Yep.
He covered his own fumble.
So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a RPO type thing, and a little miscommunication there. So, but no, South is going to lose about 3 yards. But that's a lot better than a turnover. So brings up 2nd and 13 for South Kitsap. And looking like the quarterback had the option to keep it or hand it off, and I think at the last second he decided to try to take it back, and that's usually what causes those those things. So short pass, short drop for the quarterback. Pass gets knocked down, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 for South Kitsap.
You know what I like there? He knew he had pressure coming at him, particularly from his left side, our right. But he also had someone coming up the middle, and he just stood up there, stepped in the pocket, and delivered the pass. The pass was a little off, but still the fact that he was there. And he'll improve on that.
Again, Mason's also a junior, so, South's getting a lot of experience with some younger players out here, which is great. Great look for the future. So it brings up 3rd and 13. 3 receivers to the left, shotgun formation, pistol formation, and 1 back, and quick out. He's thrown for incomplete, intended for number 2. That's Jordan Lee, but really had no chance at it.
It was well covered. I'm not sure it was Jordan Lee. Is always an option, option of making a play after the catch, but he's pretty well covered out there.
So South will wind up punting. This time, at least, not in their own end zone. So
they got a little more breathing room.
A little bit of breathing room, and hopefully we can get a little bit longer punt out of this. Punters are nervous when they're standing on their end line. Nice snap, good kick. What we do, we get a nice kick, and they take it at the 46-yard line of Sumner. Again, that's number 24, Jay Mentink. Junior from Sumner, who was a fair catch. So I think this is Sumner's worst starting position of the night. So hopefully we can get another stop and slowly change field position.
Will Carlson still leading the way for Sumner. It's got Peyton right next to him, back of the tailback.
Got 2 receivers to both sides, handoff inside. And tackles made by number 2. That's Tristan Dunn. No, I'm sorry. That's number 2 of South Kitsap.
Yeah.
That's Jordan Lee. I'm calling his name a lot.
All over the place.
Yeah. Coming in from the cornerback spot. Same formation for Sumner. 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Single running back next to the quarterback. Quarterback's going to go back pass. Now he's going to try to run, could get a little pressure, a little bit of a haul. And he's down at the 46-yard line. Nice tackle by number 34, Ryan Pearson from South.
So it looks a little short. Phil, is a little short from where we are on.
Yeah, third down. 3rd down 1.
3rd down and 1. I'm not calling the plays down there, Phil, but I would assume this is going to be a quick handoff.
Yeah, I would think, quick handoff up the middle unless you're going to go for it on 4th down. So, and there's nice haul there. That's, again, number 7 for Sumner, which is Peyton Wing.
Peyton Wing, yep.
I noticed that Yala and South, to a lesser extent, their offensive line, they have some wide gaps, which they do that on purpose to kind of spread the defense out a little bit too. So it gives them a little bit of leverage, a little bit different look. Now they're a little tighter.
So 3 receivers to the right this time for Sumner, and again another quick pass play, and that's to number 9, It's complete down to about the 15-yard line.
Right on the button to Jalen Jordan on the reception. Nice pass. The ball came out pretty quick, didn't it, Phil?
It sure did, and nice quick play, quick snap. So, a little quick pass.
All right, so Sumner's got the ball. Going back, he's back to pass again. Bose, got good pressure. Oh, might have been a late flag on holding. Nope. There goes a completion. Down to about the 14-yard line. Boy, that would have been a good play. South was right there. Good defense. On it, just couldn't quite grasp him, Brian.
Wolves were there. They were fighting. They almost got him down, and give him credit. Give the quarterback credit for getting out of that and getting dump off pass.
All those core exercises must have helped him over the. He had really good balance, actually.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from 15. So another quick pass, little screen to the left side here. South is tracking him down. Gains up just about 10 to the right around the first down marker. So you can see where they marked this.
Nice pursuit. You always like seeing when it's downfield, two defenders on the tackle. It's really a replication of a hustle.
And that's number 22, Martin Spurbeck, who caught that ball for the Spartans. So 1st and goal. Gave him the first down there. So see if the defense keep him out of the end zone. Handoff inside. And they got him down short of the goal line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from inside the 1. With number 7, Peyton Wing with carry. So Sumner they're marching. I mean, South has to kind of sell out, I think, at this point and try to stop this. What I'm assuming is going to be a run. So 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Quarterback still in shotgun formation. Again,
high snap.
Quick handoff, and there he's in for a touchdown.
So with just over 4 minutes to go, that's the second time they've scored. But Phil, back to the earlier play, to your point where Bo Carlson's still in shotgun. I don't think he's received a ball from directly under center tonight so far, has he?
No, it does not appear to be their offense.
Nope.
They are comfortable with that, even though they've had a bad snap. So in for the extra points, number 89, that's Wyatt Redding for Sumner.
And again, I think he's going to try to kick this into the bay down there.
So good snap. The kick is up. Kick is good.
Put it through.
So it's 14-0 with 4:21 left, and South is trying to hang in there. The offense really has to get something going. The defense has been able to slow them down a couple of times at least, and force 1 3 and out, and we'll see what we can get going here. So.
Yep, and even if we get started, Phil, with the smaller version, we just got to get some, I shouldn't say we, the kids are playing. South just got to get some positive plays on offense, whether that's 4 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, 3 yards. Get some positive influence going with the kids up front.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. Just, something to get going for it. So. And then getting back, it's number 2, South Kitsap. Folks to receive the ball, and that's Jordan Lee. But I wouldn't be surprised if and when they get a football out there. If
they're waiting for a football.
Kicker tries to put this out into the end zone too. So one thing, when high school football, once that ball crosses into the end zone, it's dead. So you don't have the option of running it out.
It's just kind of funny. What are they checking the air pressure of the ball, Phil? Are they checking the laces? It's
just the air pressure gate. Is that was that?
There is a flag out there.
Oh, I was going to say this because that part of the game is so important. They named the game after it, right? Yeah. So there's got to be a football out there somewhere.
Ooh. So I think we had a personal foul call.
Maybe
unsportsmanlike conduct against Sumner. So. So that helps the Wolves. Now we should get a run back at some point.
Yeah.
So,
and this, you got to take advantages of mistakes,
mental mistakes.
Yeah. Well, any kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
Whether it's physical, mental, or somewhere in between. A team has to, like the Wolves are young, learn to take advantage of this. You know, an advantage can be anything from, you know, the good field position to putting together some good plays and building that confidence.
Exactly, and here we go. It is a short kick,
Slipped.
and it's picked up at about the 20-yard line and run on up to the 38. So about an 18-yard return for Jordan Lee. And South has really good field position to start this one. They started their first two drives inside the 15-yard line. So this is exactly what South needs, as we were talking, to get kind of something going. So for first and 10 from the marked it at the, looks like the 36-yard line. So South starts with 3 receivers off on the right-hand side, pistol formation, quarterback's up a little bit close to the center, 1 receiver to the left, ball hits the ground. Good job by the quarterback just to get it out, and South is going to pick up just over a yard in the play.
Jordan, I don't know him personally. I don't know the young man, but he has come to play. I think there's not a lot of fear in there. He's been a stalwart on defense so far. He's back there returning kickoffs. I'm assuming he returns punts. I don't know that for sure. And he's certainly been a large part of their offense so far too, or focus of their offense.
Yeah, and he took a pretty good size hit there. So this time South winds up with 3 receivers over on the left-hand side, which is the wide side of the field. Again, single back, going to hand off to the near side, to the short side. Nice move. Little cut there, and he picks up about 3 yards, brings the ball up to the 40-yard line for 3rd and 6.
So, Phil, even on that play, it's good, it's good, like we were talking about, positive plays. And yes, Jordan did make 1 defender miss on his own, but he didn't make 3 of them miss. So, there was some good blocking up front, and gave him an opportunity to elude 1 defender, and they got some positive yards.
Exactly. He got through the line untouched on that play. And went ahead and made that 1 cut, picked up another couple extra yards, and that's what we're looking for. And this is almost, if South can pick up a few yards on here, I think they'd be going for it on 4th down. So,
offsides on Sumner, it looks like.
So Sumner looks like they jumped.
So that'll get it to 3rd and 1, right?
Yeah.
Phil? Again, relying on my math skills might not be our best. But
that's what we got.
Our best plan of action up here. But I have the abacus close if I really get in trouble.
So, great job by the quarterback to get him to jump. So, where ball is now at the 45-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. And here's the one thing that, both these quarterbacks don't line up under center. When you have something that's 3rd and 1 and stuff, I enjoy it because then you have a chance of a quarterback sneak. Again, a chance to pull people off.
Well, and even if it's just a different look.
Yeah.
Right?
Bobbled the ball, so we're going to lose yards on that play. So that's
That's too bad. I think you would have had that, and the handoff was just not quite clean.
Yep. When you do a 360 in the backfield, it tends to slow the play down.
Yeah, it does.
So it's going to be a loss of 2, and South will punt. So it's going to be 4th and 3, and they are on the wrong side of 50, so they will punt the ball.
So, Coach Troy, Coach Phil, do you need 1 yard, or no? Excuse me, you need 3 yards here. Is this where you take a chance and do a fake?
I personally, I kick it away. Give your kids a reason to play. They, not yet. I don't know if it's ready for that yet. That's just my personal opinion.
Low snap.
They went after it.
Great job getting it out. Fair catch again.
And they had it covered. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wolves down there covering the punt.
So it's about a 27, 28-yard punt, it looks like.
Number 35, the kid from Sumner that caught that used good judgment because he was going to go nowhere had he not called that fair catch.
And, Brian, back to your earlier point, too, I think we've all watched enough football, heard enough coaches. Coaches will tell you that, a punt play is actually a play, and it can be a good play. It doesn't mean that you're admitting defeat or anything. It could be an important part of the play in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly a good part of your defense. I mean, if you can
100%.
control, field position is great. They have someone's running the ball up the middle. You're going to gain about 7 yards on that play.
So nothing fancy about that one, Phil. They just put a hat on a hat and got a really good push up front by the
Yeah,
Spartans front line. So that looked like it was pretty mono. There wasn't a lot of
well, they
trickery in the back. So
if you look at their backfield, they have number 72 who's a lineman in there as an extra blocker. He's 280-pound.
Here goes Bo again.
So
on the back.
Oh,
nice ball.
Nice ball. Nice job by the quarterback to get that off, create some room. That's another pass to number 24, Jay Mentink, and that's going to gain 25 yards or so. The South did a good job getting some pressure on him. I mean,
got some pressure on him. He stood in the pocket really nice and delivered a nice ball.
Yep, delivered, slid out to the left a little bit, Brian, which is what he probably should have done. Kept his head downfield the whole time and made a good pass and a nice catch.
So, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and again they have an H-back in here this time. Quick pass out to the right, and it's going to get around the outside. It's getting number 24. Ooh, takes a shot right at the end, but he does pick up 20 yards.
That was a nice shot. I don't know who that was. I'd love to see a replay if that's possible. But
Nick Randall,
that was not. He came up strong and hard and delivered a shot.
Yep.
Well, and also back to the effort part of that. That was not at the line of scrimmage. That was well downfield. So, not giving up on the play. Good job.
So 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
See if this might be the last play of the first quarter.
And ball is dropped. Ball is thrown low. Receiver was open, but couldn't hang on to it. So incomplete ball, stop the clock.
I got 17 seconds left in this first half.
First quarter.
Or first quarter, excuse me.
Pump the brakes there,
Mr.
Picker. Pump the brakes, Brian.
I was just testing you guys to see if you were paying attention. Good job. Good job. Jeez, they jumped on
I
me.
know you got warm cookies and a brownie at home waiting for you, but
Somehow
So quick screen out to the right side. And they like to throw that quick screen to Mentnik, number 24.
he's an athlete.
And something South, might be able to look at is if he's stepping backwards.
Yeah, and Phil, they do it really quick. I mean, clearly it's an important part of their offense, but they don't waste a whole lot of time on getting those quick plays out. If you watch Bill Carlson in the back, it's one quick look, and boom, he's making a decision.
Yep, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2. Single back, man in motion.
It's Mr. Mentik.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, broken up.
Broken up by South.
Nice defensive play by number 5, Octavia Clark. He's your sophomore back there. Very nice. It was the timing of it was really close. I was watching that back official and hoping that he wasn't going to throw the flag because it was not a penalty. It was a nice defensive play.
Yeah, that was a great job on the defensive back there. So this is 4th down. Brings up 4th and 2. Unfortunately, Sumner is going to gain about 7. So,
and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, I believe. Once they set this ball, there we go.
All right. Hey, I got a couple of other sports schedules and whatnot that's coming up. Looks like today the South Kitsap boys golf was down at Sumner, and hopefully they did. The boys on the links did well. That's kind of up your alley, Troy. You're quite the golfer. And then also the girls were at home at Trophy Lake with some golf. So I guess a lot of these are today. So the boys tennis, both JV and varsity, went against Bethel here at South Kitsap High School.
I actually watched a bit of that, and the varsity match was going very well for South.
Excellent. The South Kitsap C-Team soccer was at Rogers this afternoon, as were the girls swimming team. They were at Bethel. And then rounding out today's activity was the game tonight with the boys varsity football. And there's a lot of activities going around. I was talking to some people about the teams, the football team, other things, and there are so many activities, not just sporting events, but so many different activities and clubs. In fact, I think here in the next day or two, they're going to have a kind of a clubs fair, all the different clubs and activities that kids can be involved in. So back to the game.
So this will bring up 1st and 10 from the 15, and we get a flag or stoppage of play. I don't see the flag on the field, but I do see the stoppage of play. So
Somebody's in trouble out there, right, Phil?
Yeah.
Somebody got caught. So this is going to be good over the next few series. I'm going to try to watch really the battle of the line of scrimmage here and see if I can determine if South can get a good push up the front. They only have been playing 3 down linemen, flanked out by some standing defensive ends. So
this is going to be a run straight up the middle, and the running back is dragging some South receivers. South defenders with him, and that's number 8 this time, I believe. So that would be Eric Buck
carrying for the Spartans. So
Here's the replay of that. Just straight ahead.
Straight ahead, keeps his legs pumping. So
The traditional I can't say it.
smash mouth football.
Football. There we go.
So 2nd and 5 from the South 10-yard line. Quick pass this time out to number 5.
Oh.
Keeps on his feet. Does a very nice job of staying on his feet. Picks up 8 yards. And that's K. Jindra. Sorry about that.
yeah, again, Phil, very quick decision by Bo Carlson, the quarterback of the Spartans, and a very accurate pass.
But there is a flag. Yeah, and there is a flag on the play. So. And it looks like South has a injured player. So.
Personal foul.
And personal foul against Sumner. So that's going to move him back. I don't know if it's.
Must have been a clipping, maybe, Phil, or crackback block, or something along those lines.
Number 16, Nate Erickson, who's a 6 foot, 175-pound junior, is a little bit shaken up on the field, and I believe that's Coach Dan Erickson's son, who plays for his dad. Looks like he's coming out on his own power. So.
Well, the play seems to be right at the end of the field, end of the play. So I think the play is probably going to count.
They're going to mark it off from there.
Mark it off 15. I can't. They didn't say if it's dead ball or not yet. So
that was definitely where they marked the ball down. So it must have been from the end of the play, Phil. You're right. So it must have been after the play ended. Is the only thing I would guess. I'm not 100% sure on WIAA high school football rules, but certainly what it looks like. And we're kind of back to where we started from.
Yep. And so they it must have been during the play, because if it was dead ball, then the down would count, and it's still 2nd down. So again, Troy, you're a little bit. We didn't really see a good signal as to what the call was. So
right.
Quick pass. Again, number 5. He's down inside the 5-yard line, and that's again is K. Jindra. Picking up about 16, 17 yards. He does a good job of keeping his balance. So ball is placed at about the 1.5-yard line, and Sumner's going to line up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, they have the safety back heavy set, and they run it straight up the middle for it to score.
That was Eric Buck. He's a fullback, senior, 220, good-sized kid, and he just blasts through that line for the score.
Hard to keep him out when it's 1st and goal from inside the 1, or inside the 2, about the 1.5. So again, into kick for Sumner is Wyatt Redding, number 89.
See if you get it to the scoreboard, Phil. Still doesn't look like he's going to hold back.
So
offsides on South Kids. Yeah,
penalty flag on the play, so we'll see if anybody moves first.
I think Jordan Lee on the left wing out there might have got a little head start on the snap.
Well, that's how you get to the kicker. So you take your chances.
He was just a tick too quick, I think.
I don't think it's going to necessarily hurt anything.
If there's anybody playing tennis still down there, I don't think the lights are on, but they might want to heads up. I think the last one went there.
If they're playing down there, they need to use those glow-in-the-dark tennis balls.
So here we are for try after.
Good snap.
Good snap, and it's up, and it's good. So with 10:43 left to go in the 2nd quarter, it's 21-0 Sumner.
So back to back to getting positive plays, Phil. So they're not. We do know that they're not going to score 21 points in one play, correct? So, or one drive. So we got to work on the positives. It sounds cliche. One play at a time. One positive yard at a time. One first down. And frankly, at this point, give those kids on defense a little bit of a rest, right?
Well, and the thing with South is if you look out there, their team's not very big.
Nope.
They don't have a lot of kids. I'll be straight out honest. I think that's one of the problems South is having is that they have the kids to have a good football team if they'd all come on out and play. And Coach Erickson is my understanding from what I've heard from the kids and from the community is a great person to play football for, and just a great person to have around your kids. So I would encourage more to come on out next year and see what you can do.
Yep.
So
here we go. Looks like he's winding up again. It's not going to be a squib kick, I think.
no, then well, it's
he caught a little
popped up in the air.
Popped up.
So South has a chance to return. Jordan gets it over 20. And Sumner is very, very good on their tackling. Their fundamentals are very strong.
Is there anything that Jordan doesn't do?
He doesn't long snap.
Doesn't long snap.
Okay. So we found the one thing he doesn't
The one
do.
thing he
on the
doesn't
field.
do. But no, he's certainly on the field a lot and doing a lot for South Kitsap.
Yeah, the visiting Spartans look really crisp, do they not, Phil and Brian? They get on and off the field in an appropriate time manner. There hasn't been a lot of miscommunication, it seems like, between them. So, give them credit too. They're out there playing.
Yep. So South lines up 3 receivers off on the right-hand side, 1 to the left, single back. Plays coming to the left-hand side. It's an option pitch. Nice pitch.
Nice
and
play.
Jordan.
South is going to pick up 6 yards on that first down. So nice play by Jordan.
Good job. Nice option to the short side of the field too, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. And probably caught Sumner a little bit off guard with all those receivers on the right. So good time to do that. And
Nice play call, and it was well executed. The linemen did a nice job doing their blocks. It's when everybody does their job, good things happen.
Yep. You don't go anywhere if the linemen don't block. That's for sure.
Hard to do.
We've all seen teams that have no lines, and it's not fun. But that was a great play, and good. South is in good position here in second down. So
I don't think they've had a lot of 2nd and 5s to play from. So
nope. Hang on, we have a whistle here.
I think South might have got a little anxious there. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, South just ran to the official, so that's not good. But yeah,
Illegal procedure.
Yep. I'll start.
So, well, that unfortunately negates the 5 yards we gained on first down. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So, and that happens. By and large, this has been a fairly penalty-free first half. So. There's been 1 or 2 on each side, but
not too many. And only been we had 1 turnover. South's got a turnover.
Yeah.
Right? Got an interception.
So again, South line up 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, single back. Quick pass out to the right-hand
Nice
side.
play. Get a block.
Get a couple blocks.
So, I guess that brings up a good point too, Phil. That I think we probably forget. I know Sumner's had 3 games this year. South, this is their 2nd game, but frankly, I don't think a lot of these kids have played a lot of real football games in the last 2 years, right? Significantly shortened last year, whether it was practice time or actual game, and I know they played some in the spring, but it's definitely not normal for them.
And some of the athletes who would have played football in the fall, we didn't see in the spring because they're worried about other sports that they play.
Correct. Yeah.
So trying to get them all out. So, you're right. This is, can be new,
last year was last year. It was just, as we all know, for lots of different reasons, but COVID
unique,
making it happen, very unique. And,
third and
I think
4.
people made the best of it.
on the ball.
He picks it up, and he's still going to lose 2 yards, but it's better than turn the ball over at that point.
Jordan recovers fumbles too.
Yeah.
Well.
In reality, I think that play had some legs. So well schemed, just just a little bit better execution, and might have had a little daylight there. So instead of going short side there, Phil, they were pretending to go short side and came back to the wide side.
Yeah, and that was just mishandled, and they'll get they'll get a handle on that.
You know, all kidding aside, Jordan did a nice job. Yeah, after the fact that the ball was put on the turf, but he did a nice job tracking. He picked it up and he pulled a couple yards out of it. So you know, bad things, but he's making good things out of it. So good job, Jordan.
So it brings up 4th and 7 for South. And obviously the punt, and it's over the punter's head. He should just fall on it or get out. Good job, get out of the end zone. That's actually a very good play for South. That's going to result in a safety, but that's better to give up 2 points than 7 easy ones.
Yep, just tapped it out of bounds. Just unfortunate snap. Just went over his head.
Yep,
right to the end zone.
I'm seeing several South players that have a big W on their helmet, I'm sure for the Wolves. I wonder if that's some sort of recognition, you know, stars, you know, that kind of stuff. So maybe we can do a little research and find that out for the next broadcast, if not in the second half. But a number of the kids have them on their helmets, not all of them.
Yeah, and I have no idea, Brian, but this is going to result in South Kitsap most likely punting from the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line, and giving the ball back to Sumner. So we don't see safeties very often, but that was, like I said, fantastic play by the punter.
Yep, very smart.
The only thing he could really do, you know.
The worst thing to do when there is a mistake or a mishap is to make another one right on top of it, right, Phil? So he did the right thing by actually helping the ball out of the back of the end zone there.
Hey, guys, next week, it's homecoming.
Woohoo.
Yeah, got homecoming, Spirit Week. Troy, looks like you're already ahead of the game because on Monday, it's Neon Day. So
I have a whole wardrobe in neon.
You do. You know it's that? Right up your alley. Well, the lime green shirt, it's not super bright, but it's working on it.
So South is actually going to be allowed to kick from the 20, a regular standard kickoff.
I think you always have the choice, but the thinking, nope, it's always a punting. I always thought they punted to get more air. So a little squib kick right down to the 50.
So picked up by Sumner at the 50 and picked up by one of their bigger players.
When a lineman has an opportunity to run with the ball, he's going to do it.
Well, that's number 36, and that's Ethan McCarty. And Ethan's a sophomore. I'm sorry, no, that's Jack Monroe. If
tight
it's 36, tight end, defense end, 6'2", 205. So he was not going to go out of bounds, even though he was very close to it.
He was intent on picking the big skin
I thought I picked up
another
number. I thought it was a lineman. He could be a lineman. He's a big boy.
So ball's at the 38-yard line. And, usually if it goes to a lineman, honestly, I tell them to just drop on it because they're not used to handling the ball. So
yeah, but that's not the lineman's thinking, right, Brian? He's like, they finally let me touch it.
So quarterback's back for deep pass. He's got an open receiver.
Oh, nice catch.
Wow. Number 6. That's Isaiah Watkins. Was just he laid himself out there. That was a nice catch.
That was.
He's getting a replay of that.
That's a great job. So, I was never really a receiver, but I did notice what he did. He ran all the way to the ball and did not run with his arms out like I'm sure they coach him to. Just put him out at the last minute to get his maximum speed. So, really nice catch.
Yep. So, inside the 4, and here we go.
And there he is again.
And he gets the reward for getting a touchdown. So, is Isaiah Watkins. So, that's a 2-play drive for Sumner, and score, and that is now 29-0 Sumner in the second quarter with about 8:24 go with the extra point still to come. So on is number 89 Wyatt Redding. Well, I will say this much is South's getting a lot of opportunities to practice their kick blocking skills, and they're getting close. But that one's good and through, so that's going to bring the score up to 30-0 with 8:24. The other thing South is getting is a lot of returns.
Hey, continuing with the homecoming themes next year.
Yes, sir.
Tuesday. Next year. Did I say next year? Next week.
Next year.
It could be next year too, but next week. Tuesday, that's right up your alley here, Phil.
It's Taco
Yeehaw
Tuesday?
Day. Wear your cowboy hats in your overalls and get country.
Sounds good.
I mean, you've got that nice new property out in Montana. It's right up your alley, I think.
Thought for sure you were going to say Taco Tuesday.
Yep.
Dress as a toddler.
And then I suppose going along with that whole thing, Wednesday is Character Day. Probably that's my day, right? Just be a character, or at least try to be. Then kids come dressed up as your favorite rep or favorite character, books, shows, movies, whatever. Sounds like it's kind of a wild, open day to do that. Thursday, pumpkin spice and everything nice. Wear your vest, Uggs, flannels, and infinity scarf. What's an infinity scarf? I'm just not with it. And then Friday is Harry Potter Day. Do we say anything more?
It's a scarf that doesn't end, Brian. It's the infinity.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like those
I appreciate that fashion
education
update.
there. Yeah,
you go.
Cut that blue, make that one twist, and it only has one side. Yeah.
3 daughters and a wife. I am familiar with the infinity scarf.
It's part of his infinity budget. So another kick into the end zone. So South will start at the 20-yard line.
You know, I mentioned it earlier, and I see in my notes here right below the homecoming thing is that next Wednesday is that club fair that I mentioned, and it's Wednesday, September 29th. It's during lunches and after school from 2 to 3. And students and I'm sure parents and community can learn all about the amazing clubs that South Kitsap has to offer. And I'm glad they didn't give us a list because we'd be here probably for an hour listing them all.
It's easier to name the ones that they don't have, I bet.
Probably. So they have lots and lots of activities and opportunities for kids, and that's what it's all about. All right, back to the game.
Back to the game. South will start out with 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left, single running back. And it's a handoff, and someone does a great job covering it. That's, again, number 7, Peyton with the tackle for a loss. So
came in untouched, so not really fair to the
running
back on that one.
So, and Brian, on that, the clubs, my nephew made it, and godson made a choice to come to South Kitsap, and that's
You're
one
live.
of the things we talked about.
You're live. You're on TV.
School, and, is that there are some drawbacks to it being the largest school in the state, and there's some great things. Once there's something for everybody. Speaking of which, there's our band being shown right there. The band's award-winning, does a great job, and are here every game they can be. We missed them last year. So quick snap and a little pitch out to number 44.
That's Daniel Welch. She's a 5'10", 180-pound running back and linebacker for the Wolves. He is also a sophomore. There's a lot of sophomores on this team that are getting significant opportunities to play.
Last play on the defensive side, I was Tristan Dunn. So we've seen the last 2 plays, those set of linebackers, Tristan and Peyton, making some 2 really big hits on opposite sides of the field.
Yeah, and that was for no gain. So it's we do have a conference with the officials. So again, looks like dead ball. It's going to be another 15-yard penalty, I believe, against Sumner. So that's actually been South's best play. It's the 15-yard personal call.
Phil, I know that was a big hit. I wonder if that was maybe leading with the helmet. And I know they coached really against that, but that was. I don't know that for a fact, but that was a big hit. He went in straight. I didn't see anything. That's why the flag came in.
Yeah, and I certainly think that's a potential. It was, it wasn't, he got nailed, but got up, bounced right back up, which is great to see. And we're going to get a quarterback scrambling here right now for South. Tries to pick up some, but gets back to just past the line of scrimmage. You're live.
You're live. This camera's live.
Last week, glad to get out of the house, right, Brian?
Absolutely. And I like seeing that. There we go. Got them all on.
You're doing a great job in that student section of doing that, and it's one of the things that once you get people used to something, it's not that bad, really. None of us want to be wearing a mask, but the only way to get out of it is for everybody to do it. So.
Yep. Understand the controversy with it, but at the same time, it's good to see that it's happening.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. Quick handoff up the middle. Nice. Couple of moves. And that's going to be a first down. That's 11 yards picked up by number 2, Jordan Lee.
great run by Jordan. Got some blocking up front, made it to the second level. Did somebody miss?
And he got hit 2 or 3 times, and he kept those legs chugging, stayed low to the ground, and picked up the first down. Nice run, Mr. Lee.
So we're up to about 180 viewers on YouTube from all over the world. So apparently we have somebody in Switzerland watching. Shout out to Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
But so South is 3 receivers to the left.
Coming off the corner
off
blitz.
Corner blitz.
Yeah.
And again, met by those linebackers. Push back for no gain.
It's Peyton Wing on the tackle again. Peyton and Tristan, 2 and 7. Really cover a lot of turf out there from the linebacker position.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for South Kitsap. They're from their own 45-yard line. So one of the things they are doing is they're getting this defense a little bit of a rest.
I was going to say, yeah, Phil, I mean, we did have a penalty in there, but South's had the ball for more than a couple minutes here, which, I mean, better than their first couple drives. So
showing blitz.
Low snap again. Quick pass out, and again covered. I don't think we're going to get past those linebackers on any of those quick passes. They seem to be pretty fast. They're the running backs also.
That's
that's again number 7, Peyton Wing, with the tackle for a loss.
He's a senior, and I bet you he'll be playing next year. He's a good athlete.
Yeah, so that's a 6-yard loss. Brings it pretty much 3rd. And you can go a long 15 or a short 16, but it's a long ways to go. We're back inside the South Kitsap 40-yard line.
And the Wolves call a timeout.
So, but that's the one thing when you have a team that's quick on defense, running side to side is really not going to work. Spreading them out, trying to get those little quick passes doesn't seem good.
Yeah, it seems counterintuitive, but you got to kind of usually have some success trying to run straight at them.
Yeah. So the South has. I mean, that's honestly where our longest run, I think, has been that 11 yards straight at them, get them blocked, and don't give them that open field to try to make a play in.
I just received a text from a friend of mine. I'll do a little shout out here. Bill Gaines. He's the recently retired assistant superintendent from Sumner and Sumner principal for a number of years. And he's asking if we are all warming up for our Sunday night job. We're holding out for a better contract there, Bill, and
less laps.
And less laps, and also that Bill, just to let you know that other people just tell us don't quit our day job. So, so I appreciate your positive words.
So here we are, South Kitsap, 3rd down, 16, 3 receivers on the short side of the field this time. Going to go pass play, quarterback's pulling it down, he's going to run.
A little bit of room.
And gets about a yard. So South will have to punt the ball away again. Actually, he picked up, I apologize, he picked up about 6 yards to get it down to 4th and 9.
See where they set the stakes at.
Yeah, they kept moving. So, no, I was right. Picked up about a yard.
Yeah.
It seems like
he ran a long way for the yard, though. But
he did.
But still didn't make a mistake, right? Eat it, live to play another day, punt this ball away.
So South back in punt formation again. Really, the punts have been short, but there have been no returns, really. Again, bad snap. Sumner has 3 players in on the kicker. Ball's down to the 35-yard line. So
All the snap has to do is the average of the last 2 snaps. The one before was over his head. The other one was down by his feet. Put that right in the middle, and we got her.
We may be giving the
want me to get them going,
hard time, but that is a very difficult job to do. If you've never tried it, I can tell you. I've coached kids on it, and it's extremely difficult. And you get somebody who can do it right, and it makes all the difference. So Sumner has trips to the left this time, 1 receiver to the right, and a single back. And they're throwing a quick screen, and it's going to be 1-on-1. Wow, great tackle.
Actually, good open field tackle, Phil.
You know, that is number 10, which is Nicholas Shockey, a sophomore.
As they say, there was a lot of pasture out in front of that kid with the ball, right?
Yeah,
That's a good tackle. Good open field tackle. Wrapped him up, dropped him right down, actually.
Yep, I hate the saying that, that's, touchdown saving tackle, because every tackle is a touchdown saving tackle. But there was not a whole lot of people in front of him. So another pass play. This one's to number 9. This is going to be good for about 18 yards. And number 9 is Jalen Jordan from Sumner. And he was tackled by number 5. It's Octavian Clark, sophomore from South. So as you can tell, South's having a tough time staying up with Sumner, but playing a lot of young players.
Mm-hmm.
So Spartans have 3 receivers over here on the right side, and we have 2 cover men. So it's another quick
pass out
quick
here.
pass out here, and another good tackle, flag on the play. I'm going to guess holding if I had to guess something.
Some sort of holding.
And that's a tackle by Nate Erickson, who's a junior for South.
And really what the Spartans are doing, Phil, is they're just outnumbering the Wolves out on the flank right there. I think Bo's just taking a look at it, and like you said, there was 3 flankers out there. It only gets 2 defenders. So they have a mismatch, and he throws it out there pretty quick and fairly accurately. So, it's just like a long handoff.
Exactly, and the other thing is that the South defense is playing back about 10 yards, so they're going to wave the flag off. So the ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for Sumner.
That flag must have been on me.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, pulled it up. Thank you, good sir, down on the field.
But
I get in enough trouble throughout the week. I don't need to get in trouble up here, too.
so Sumner's going to come on out. They're going to stack up the right side. And we now have 1 defensive player, another one coming over. And it's handoff off to the left side. That's number 31 for Sumner. And that is Bryce Tannehill. So, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark in halftime, so feels like it slowed down a little bit, Phil.
Yeah,
The scoring?
I'm kind of looking at a quick pass. No, I was going to say quick pass this side, but instead receives that, and he's going down. So South gets to the quarterback. Didn't get the sack, but got the pass.
Got the pressure and rushed Bo into making what so far tonight was not a very accurate pass compared to the rest of them. So good job on the defensive line, and actually really good coverage downfield too.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the about 13-yard line. So they got to get down to about the South 7 to make a first down, just past that yellow line there. So another quick pass right up the middle. It's caught. Oh, in for a touchdown. Yeah. That's number 22, and that's Matthew Burbeck from the Spartans. And here's the replay.
And watch how quick this is. Just boom, quick, there, over, well executed.
Obviously a well-coached team. You don't stay in the same position for 20 years if you're not, at least a decent coach. So, again, into kick for the Spartans, number 89, and that's Wyatt Redding.
Band better watch out. He's got the leg. He put it over the band. I think it went over the fence.
He's got a leg. You can hear the thump from up here for sure.
So there is a flag on the play.
Roughing the kicker.
So the score is currently 37-0 with 3:22 left in the first half. And we'll see what they call. I agree with you. I think it's roughing the kicker, but let's get the official.
And they will just assess that on the kickoff. Correct?
Yep, personal foul, roughing the kicker. So against South Kitsap. So they will move it 15 yards closer. I hate to say it, if I'm kicking from the 50 or wrong side of 50, I always went onside. I'm like, if you're going to give me the ball that close, putting it in the end zone is not really much of a penalty, is it? So, but
I don't think Coach Ross is going to do that, though. I mean, look at the score. They're not going to kick an onside here, I hope.
And I'm sure he can, but I don't think he really likes to hit layups tonight.
So, I think we'll see. We'll see this. I think go out through the end zone would be my guess.
Tristan Dunn of Sumner, he's committed to play at Arizona State University. And you know what famous South Kitsap alum went there and is now coaching there, head baseball coach there.
Current baseball coach.
Baseball coach.
Willie Blomquist. Thanks, Chris.
No. Again, kickoff out through the end zone, kind of what we anticipated because, when it's 37-0, you don't
And I truly believe I think he likes to kick the long ball.
Yeah.
He does.
No holding back.
So South will start at their own 20 and start with 3 receivers over on the right side, 1 over on the left, pistol formation, single running back. The best play they've had, I think, has been the option so far. So high snap, delays the handoff, and unfortunately we're going to probably lose a yard on that play. So, and again, that's Jordan Lee. And Jordan, it's just not a comedy of errors, but it's just one thing after another. You get a high snap that delays the play. Your blocking's only going to hold up for so long. It's hard to make any gains on that. Again, snapping positions, there's a reason why the center is normally the first one off the bus and first one on the bus, Tough position. So 3 receivers on the left, which is the long side of the field, 1 on the right, which is short side of the field, single back. And going to go back and try a pass this time.
Got
Quarterback's
pressure up
under
the middle.
pressure. Gets hit.
Almost intercepted.
Pass intended for number 8 to South Kitsap, which is Ethan Adams, but broken up by Sumner. And as Troy was saying, real close to being picked off.
Kid took a hard hit.
And South quarterback took a tough shot there. So
I
he's
think
down
Mason
the ground.
took one right in the rib cage.
Yep. Hopefully it's just a simple something like the wind being knocked out, and nothing more than that. But we will have to wait and see.
Well, guys, tomorrow late afternoon at 5:30, the South Kitsap JV girls soccer is at Bethel, down at Bethel High School. They always field a good, well-coached, disciplined team. And then the varsity also plays at girls soccer varsity plays at 3:45 at Bethel High School.
And Mason's getting up under his own power and coming on off the field.
Good to see. Good to see.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Last thing anybody up in this booth wants to see is any of these student athletes get hurt. I mean, that's from either team. We don't want to see that. So.
Well, he stood up there and tried to make a throw, and he, like you said, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. And I believe it was Tristan Dunn over there too, bearing down on him. So I think it was a clean hit, good hard football, but it's great to see him walking off at least.
Yeah. So they'll take a look at him.
Nate Erickson, a junior for South, will step in there as quarterback. I'm going to guess it's going to be a handoff. You usually don't put a quarterback coming into the game the first time and throwing a pass.
I don't know, 3rd and 1, you might as well, you're down by 37, so.
3rd and 11, though.
3rd and 11, rather. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. It is a handoff, and we're going to lose a couple yards. And that's Jordan Lee again. And South is basically going to be in position where they're going to have to punt again.
So he must have stayed in bounds.
Yep. 4th and 11, just over 2 minutes to go. If I'm South, I am running this clock all the way down. So, And it really looks like that's what they're about to do. The coach on the field talking to officials saying, hey, I want, when the play clock is down, I want to call timeout. And, I want timeout at 1 second on the play clock. So
It was many moons ago, but for years and years and years in high school, I was on the punt team along with, I was running back punt team. Did you guys ever cover punts back in your day in the football thing? So it's
I did.
It was super fun. I enjoyed it. I think it was great to nobody was running down with you. I think there's a lot of schematics to it, to staying in your lanes, a lot of discipline with the punt game. So I'm just get out there and have fun. Try to make a hit, get to run around and make a play.
Yeah, there hasn't been many people to hit because it's been fair catch, I think, every time.
That's
so,
true. That is true.
I don't, and I would, the punts have been going probably about 25, 30 yards.
Yeah.
So if you look at that, I mean, Sumner should have the ball in South Territory. So, unfortunately, with this high-power offense, that's not the field position you want him in with 1:35 left in the first half. So. Puts South's defense again in a tough position.
Well, look for execution here. Look for a good snap. Good kick. 24 still back to receive from Sumner. He's standing right at the 50-yard line.
No, and that one bounces.
Oh, and that's going to be roughing the kicker.
Yep, that's going to be South ball right there.
Yep.
So, and hopefully the kicker is okay, because when you get hit with your foot out like that, yep, he looks fine. So personal foul, roughing the kicker. So it's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down. So South Kitsap will retain possession.
That's number 13. We don't have a player name on number 13.
Nope.
Good for him. He got off the field, but I don't think he's okay. I think he really hurt his
He's down on
hammer
the
or
sideline.
shoulder or
He's down
something,
on a knee now, and trainers are checking him out. That's one thing. I got to know before I retired from the district. I got to know the trainers pretty well here, and they are just excellent professionals. They know their stuff. Just fantastic individuals and professionals, and they teach the training classes that are always competing and doing incredibly well.
Right,
at
it's
the state level.
really a big program up here, correct,
Huge
Brian?
program,
Is
yeah.
where they teach the students the methods that they're using.
I could be wrong. It was at least last year. I don't know if he still is. There's a gentleman that is now the head trainer for the Seattle Seahawks who came through South and South's training program and things, and he's worked his way up and things. That was a couple of years ago now, and all that. But that's again, that comes from. So it's a long tradition of excellence in the athletic med department here at South.
So South will have the ball at their own 46-yard line, I'm sorry. And it's going to be 1st and 10. So they have a chance with 1:35 left.
And Brian, just to pile on top of that, how big that program is in part of South. And over the years, I have been to multiple sporting events up at this high school, whether it's volleyball, wrestling, JV soccer, sophomore soccer, varsity soccer, girls, boys. They're always there. It's not just here tonight for the football team. They're everywhere.
And I've had the pleasure, my kids have used the program going through the school system. So that's a long pass down to 20, incomplete, brings up 2nd down. But yeah, my kids, my son played football, and as you can see, receiver had a chance, but don't blame South for trying to air it out.
Nice ball.
Nice
ball.
Good ball.
And good to see that Mason's back in there.
Yeah. So I think he just lost the
There's
old
a
airbag there for a second.
good shot of the cheer crew and the fans in there. It's not packed, but that's good. Spread out a little bit, but a good number of people out cheering on the Wolves.
So 3 receivers on the right, and we're going to have a handoff up the middle. He tries to break it out to the left. Gets caught right away by that's number 50 from Sumner.
Sela.
And that's Andrew Tillett. And Andrew does a good job of hanging on to him. So,
yeah, Andrew had good penetration on there, Phil. Not a lot of room to go, but I believe he's the nose tackle right in the middle.
Yeah, I
and
believe
he's
you're
making
right.
contact 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So good on him. It's a quick kid.
Hey, little fact here about the
Fun
SK.
fact? A
Fun
fun
fact about
fact?
the South Kitsap video production here. That last year they streamed over 120 hours of athletics and activities online.
Was something going on last year? Where we couldn't
Some
go see
going on.
everything?
Normal is about 20 hours annual,
Yeah, so right
or
now we're
each
like
year and
thinking
things like that.
about
So
you.
they
It is
really
recording
stepped it
on
up
this camera.
and provided an opportunity for parents, families, fans in the community to see the kids in action when they finally could go out and produce, play and participate in different things. So they were all over the place. Sometimes it was just one camera that they set up, but parents could then view their kids playing ball or being involved. So pretty cool stuff.
And they're the ones who run this production that we're doing right now. One of the reasons that the three of us are up here is, and I think about this every year when we get started, the number of kids involved here on a football game. You take the football team, the dance team, the cheerleaders, the band, the production crew, all
Concessions.
these concessions, all these other things that are going on here.
Tickets. Yeah.
That all these students are running and doing and
Involved in positive things.
for their community.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why I will keep doing this, as long as people want to have me. So, again, South Kitsap, third down.
Oh, nice play.
Nice play.
Nice catch.
receiver. It caught and out of bounds.
It was a nice catch by Nicholas Shockey. He's a 5'6", 140-pound wide receiver.
So here's a
Another
replay.
sophomore contributing.
Nice play stepping
That's
up in the
true.
pocket.
So it gets to 1 foot down, which is all you need in high school, and out
Nice
of
job.
bounds, stops the clock.
Nice ball thrown. Nice catch.
So we got about 32 seconds left, and ball's on 42. Maybe South can get in scoring range here.
So, Phil, we've mentioned a couple times our slightly limited view up here from where we sit up in the press box, and I'm happy to tell you that South has moved out of my view, which is awesome.
First time tonight, so that's good. Another quick pass. Caught, receiver has the ball, and that is number 7 for South Kitsap. Brian, that is.
Braden Scovald. He's another sophomore, 6'10", 170-pound wide receiver. That was a nice
10
catch
seconds.
and run.
South's got to hurry up here. There's only 10 seconds to halftime. See if they can get another play in, or are they going to call timeout?
Hey, better hustle the line. They're not going to make
They're
it.
Not.
Not gonna make
That's
it.
not going to make their. And that's
Going to be halftime. I don't understand why we didn't call timeout.
So here we are at halftime, Phil. It's Spartans, the visiting Spartans at 37.
You're
The
running
Wolves
towards
have yet to get on the board tonight.
Showed some nice positive right there at the end of the second half, though. The first half.
Yeah, it would be great if this continues in the second half. Remember, South will get the ball to start the third quarter. So for halftime this evening, we'll be showing South Kitsap's marching band, followed by videos produced by South Kitsap High School students. Enjoy the halftime. We'll be back soon with the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the South Kitsap Marching Band under the direction of Senior Drum Majors Nicholas Sabanal and Emily Gay. Tonight, the band will be performing the first song from their 2021 show, which features songs from alternative bands. Number 1, Uprising by Muse, arranged by Tom Wallace.
South Kitsap Marching Band.
As some of you may know, South Kitsap High School was built in 1921, making this year South's 100th year. Looking back, some staff members have been affiliated with South for over 60 years.
I'm a 2002 graduate. I went to schools like Mullinex Ridge and John Sedgwick and South.
My history goes back, I'm guessing, to the 60s for me when my in-laws went through here.
Oddly enough, starts back in the 1960s. And no, I'm not that old, but that's when my mother and my mother-in-law graduated from South Kitsap High School.
South Kitsap is where I started my teaching career. This is my 4th year here, so all my seniors who are leaving, you started out with me. And I absolutely love South.
Especially in 2020, we learned that a lot can happen in a year. And with the overwhelming stress and chaos we have experienced, accomplishments can often be overlooked. But South definitely has some moments to be proud of that we should highlight.
Obviously been through a lot in the last couple of years, but we had some great Friday night memories. I think the pep assemblies have been awesome. I love the tradition and the spirit and look forward to building on that in the future.
I've seen a lot of community service. I've seen a lot of passion from the students as they look out to where they live and reach out to the people around them.
When I go back to when I was in high school and what our options were as classes, it's nothing compared to what it is today. And so I think that the opportunities that students have in this building are even just as great as they could be at a community college.
With the multitudes of achievements our school as a whole and individuals have achieved over 100 years, celebrating SK can be done in many different ways.
I think when you look at 100 years, it's not just what's going on here at the time, it's also the community that goes into it as well, and honoring the traditions and the history of all the people that helped to create 100 years.
I'm just acknowledging all of the amazing people that have come through this building during that time and what those people have contributed to society, to our local communities, to the greater communities, just all these amazing South Kitsap graduates and where they've landed.
Commemorating South's centennial year has brought many of us to reflect on how we contributed to our community. While a centennial has been accomplished, there is always room for improvement and ways South can be a better community moving forward.
Promoting kindness, promoting inclusiveness, promoting our diversity, and really reaching out to one another, both amongst our students and our staff members, and doing it from each one to the other.
By keeping students centered as our focus and growing them will be our main goal. I also look at the student voice as well, so looking at what our students are interested in and engaged in and making sure we follow those dreams and passions.
As we strive to continue improving South and ourselves, it's important to recognize all the opportunities and events that can be fulfilled in your own community. And you might even end up making some of your favorite memories.
My favorite memory from South Kitsap High School was in 2018 when the wrestling team won the state championship.
I think the favorite memory that I have is not just a single memory, but it's the collection of the students that have gone through and the relationships and the friendships that I've built while I've been here.
DECA trips. So we have a very involved group of seniors, happens to be my grade, continuing on to senior year where they continue to win medals and move on to internationals and things like that.
Oh, I got to thank dedicating the field to Coach Ed Fisher and storming the field and breaking that streak, getting rid of that thing.
Classroom baseball. When that happened after school and we had to get correct instruments for playing classroom baseball, I always really enjoyed that.
As a student, was definitely going to the football games on Friday nights. That's where everybody was. As a staff member, seeing students grow into young adults.
This June, when my son gets to graduate from South Kitsap High School and kind of carry on that legacy, and then 2 years following that when our daughter gets to graduate from South. That's really important, and I honestly hope that someday they bring their families back to South Kitsap High School and my grandchildren a long, long time from now graduate from South Kitsap High School.
Whether you were screaming your heart out at a pep assembly or admiring a poster in the hallway, South Kitsap would not be complete without each and every one of you. Through several ups and downs, sleepless nights, Friday night lights, productions, spirit weeks, and so much more, what you make of your experiences at South can be truly life-changing. I definitely know they were for me.
We consume news everywhere.
whether it's from TV and political pundits.
Mike, they are telling you lies. Roscoe has never had fur, alright? If you look on the internet, alright?
Social media like Instagram and Twitter. But how do we know if the news that we consume is true? It's important to do your research. Use sources like Snopes and PolitiFact that are dedicated to finding the truth. Verify with experts. Or even talk to primary sources.
Hey Roscoe, I just wanted to ask, you do have fur, right?
Because truth is power.
Early in the morning, it's dark outside. You definitely shouldn't be trying to hide from all the cars that probably cannot see you. If you get hit by a car, I wouldn't want to be you. Take a look in the mirror before you go, and make sure you're wearing some lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. Lighter clothes. White or neon reflective too. A hat or a shirt will certainly do. And if you're driving, make sure you're paying attention, because you don't want to go to jail. I mean, that would be horrible if you actually hit somebody with your car. You would have to live with that for the rest of your life. What would you do?
Hello everybody, I'm Mark B. Platt, and I'm here to teach you, yes you, on how you can register to vote in the upcoming election. If you're 18 or older and a U.S. citizen, you can register to vote right now. You can register online or by mail up to the week before the election. You can find out more at votewa.gov. You can also register to vote in person at the county's auditor's office or at a voting center up to election day. And here's something cool. If you're 16 or older, you can register to vote for upcoming elections right now as well. Now, once you register to vote, what's next? Well, the voting. Once you receive your ballot, follow the instructions and mail it back as soon as possible. If it's a week or less before election day, drop off your ballot at one of the many ballot drop boxes around the county. You can also vote in person. Make sure to have some form of ID on hand if you do so. Wear a mask, wash your hands, go vote. And that's it. It's your voice, your choice. Register to vote and have your voice be heard.
Are you looking for a great part-time job? Would you take me to school? Make a difference in my life and be an active part of your community. Apply now to become a student transportation professional with South Kitsap Schools. Thank you.
SKHS Drama Department spent the past year on hiatus, waiting for a chance to return to the stage. But now, finally after 4 missed performances, SK Drama is back with this year's spring play. But this year's production isn't your typical spring play. A major difference in this year's production is that it was produced entirely by students. The play is a devised piece, which means that the ensemble has worked together to compose the script, choreography, and audio. Together they collaborated their unique and shared experiences, their related struggles and how they've been dealing with them, to depict the collective feelings of the pandemic and how Corona has affected us as a whole.
COVID has affected my life in a lot of ways, as it has all of us. I've always been super involved in the theater and a bunch of other things, so being stuck at home has been kind of difficult. So with this production, I feel like the weight of the past year has kind of been put on making this into the best production possible.
Unlike a normal year, they still had to push through many challenges posed by COVID.
It definitely has been a challenging year, and it's unlike anything I would have ever imagined. It's my first year teaching, and so to have this be my first year is pretty wild.
With this show, honestly, things like masks and stuff haven't been too difficult to deal with. The hardest part has been the timeline of this show. Usually we have 3 months to put together a play. We only had 1 month for this show, and we had to write it from scratch as opposed to working off of a script. So just fitting everything in and working with the time constraints has been the hardest part.
We couldn't get a lot of the design aspects done as fast as we normally would, so we're doing a lot of the work during rehearsals instead of actually rehearsing what we should be doing. But we pushed through it by just, everyone kind of got cross-trained on everything. So we'd have some of the actors help fly things and rig stuff. Some of them even helped with the lights, and others helped with costumes and props.
As our activities begin to come back in person, our return to normal is beginning to feel more real. The fact that we even have a spring play is a testament to how far we've come in overcoming this pandemic. With an end in sight, this play is a great and unique way to reflect on the significance of this past year.
Not only is it totally relevant to what we're going through right now as a community, but also it's completely original, so it is truly a representation of the voices of our community.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for the second half. I'm Phil Nenninger. I'm here with Troy Larson and Brian Pickard. And the score right now is Sumner Spartans 37 and South Kitsap Wolves 0. Troy, what positives do you think the Wolves can take from this?
Well, they ended the first half on a positive drive, so that was good. They did get some positive yardage, had a couple series. One was aided by a penalty, but that was fine. So maybe they can come back and carry a little bit of that momentum into the second half, Phil. It was also great at halftime to see an inspirational performance by both the band and the South Kitsap dance team. So great to see those kids get their opportunity as well in front of their family and friends.
And again, that's something weren't even able to get in the spring. We didn't have the band, we didn't have the dance team out here. So I agree that it's wonderful that, again, the more kids we can get in participating in activities, the better off we are. So I do want to remind everybody that this broadcast is free. If you're paying for this broadcast, you shouldn't. You should go to South Kitsap website, school district website, click on the YouTube link, and get the game for free. So don't ever pay for an SK game.
Yeah, I mean, if you and I are on here, Phil, it better be free.
Exactly.
Right? So
we don't show the dance team because the music is copyrighted. So we've been
you can't broadcast.
We can't broadcast that, and we've been asked not to show them for competition reasons. So that's why we go to other things at that time. So Sumner's going to kick off. South is going to receive to start the second half. Hopefully South gets some field position. And no, it's going to go into the end zone. So South will start at the 20, and we'll see if they can build on that good drive they were having to end that first half. So
yeah, well, Wyatt, the kicker and punter at Sumner didn't cool down at halftime when he went in there for a break. So another kick deep into the end zone.
You know, I was watching him at when they came back out from halftime, and he was putting the ball down on the 38-yard line and kicking field goals. So that's if my math is correct, that's a 48-yard field goal, guys. That's a leg. That's a leg.
That's pretty good for high school. That's for dang sure. So, so South starts 1st and 10 at their 20. They're going to bring 3 receivers over to the right air formation, 1 to the left, single setback. And the back's fairly deep. And here we go for a run right up the middle. The only thing really South had, the best success was these runs up the middle, and they're going to only gain a yard in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So Sumner shut that one down.
Looks like
stopping where, starting where they stopped, that's Jordan Lee for South Kitsap. So,
and Sumner's comes out to, looks like in their basic stock defense that they played the entire first half.
Yeah, no substitutes yet. Wouldn't really expect that in 4A football, but hopefully soon if this continues. So South has 3 receivers on the right, quick pass out to the right, and nice gain of about 5 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Again, really, really impressed with Sumner's speed, sidelines to sidelines, Phil. Both their defensive ends, linebackers, corners, they cover a lot of ground.
They sure do. And again, that's what, you have a team like that, you try to go vertical, it's hard. You try to go outside, it's hard. You just can't do those things. But up the middle has been where South has had some running up the middle, some gains. So
got 3rd and 4. See if we can get a positive start here.
Another pass play coming on up. And he's going to take off. Quarterback takes off and gets the 1st down.
There you go.
Good job.
Heady play.
Yeah.
So
He took a hit, too. So nice play, young man.
Yep, he is getting up a little bit gimpy. Probably, if I had to guess, kind of more of a bruise on the leg type thing. Shaking it off. Picks up South Kitsap first down. That's a great way to start the third quarter. That's exactly what South is looking for. So they're at the 32, first and 10.
Hey, another quick fun fact here. This really goes out to all alumni. That did you know that all the home games since 1998 are available on YouTube? So if you want to go watch yourself playing from 10, 15, 20 years ago, you can go to YouTube. South Kitsap Video Production, YouTube's got them all.
And that's a quick pass off to Jordan Lee for no gain. But cut back across the middle and got met by a couple of Sumner Spartans. So, and that's fantastic. I actually was in Montana watching a couple of the football games the other day. Brian didn't realize they were all on YouTube yet, but
Phil, you and I could go back and
no, there wasn't.
We could go
TV
back
that
to
far,
no,
Brian.
not us.
Okay.
2009. We're kind of particular that one season.
Yep. So South comes out, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, another pass play.
Deep says looks like they're setting up for a screen, but
quarterback's going to take off running. Good job. It's going
to
flags on the play. There are 3 flags on this play, so I don't know if they're all the same thing. One came from all the way across the field, and
think they saw something. What do you guys think?
I don't know if it was a late hit or something, but I mean it was.
Well, they didn't pass, so it wasn't an eligible man downfield because it looked like they were setting up for some sort of screen there, but Mason didn't like the feel of it and tucked it down and run. So
yep, and he
maybe
picked
holding.
Picked up about 9 yards on the play, so it'd be we'd be looking at 3rd and 2 if the play stands. But again, with 3 flags on the field, we'll have to see what all the calls are. So here we go.
Holding on the defense.
Personal foul on the Wolves, offsetting.
Offsetting. And
replay.
You know what I like seeing there is the referees, they come together, sort it all out so they get it right, they do the best job that they possibly can. There's 4 or 5 officials out there. That's hard to cover a game with that many, with only that number of officials. And they're doing a nice job. They come together, decide, hey, what happened? What did I see? What do you see? And then they come out with the call.
Yeah, there's times when
nicely done.
That's absolutely what they should be doing, So that's great, and they got that call right. So South coming out, 3 receivers to the left, running back in I formation, 1 receiver on the right, pass play again. I'm not sure what that was. There's a pass to nobody. It did go across the line of scrimmage.
To the maroon.
I think they passed he saw a blur of maroon out there. It happened to be the bench. That's all right. That's hard to do out there.
Yep, and he was under pressure again. So Sumner did a good job of bringing some pressure and getting on in there.
8:59 left in the third. So
flag on play.
Illegal substitution? No,
intentional grounding.
Why so late?
They got together. What do you see?
Okay, I give them a praise and all that, and then
I think they
look
did
at
exactly what you just told them to do.
No, I didn't tell them to do that. No.
So
they were trying to figure out, was there a receiver out there?
There's a lot of maroon out there.
Coach Erickson said, I was open.
Yeah. So that is a loss of down, and it's going to bring the ball back to the 19-yard line. So
third down.
Third and some yardage.
And what do we got? We got 24 yards. 20.
A bunch.
23, 24 yards to go. So if South has a 3rd and 25, this would be great. Great play for that one. Great done for that play.
So I'm going to guess they're going to try just they've had some success, believe it or not, I haven't been tracking it, but they go short side and they win more frequently than they go long side. I think it has to do with the speed of the defense, right, Phil? They can't run side to side with them.
They're coming with a blitz right now. He gets rid of the ball. No flags on the play, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down and another opportunity for the punt team.
So you got to hand it to Mason. He is sticking in there. He's been knocked out of the game once, and he is sticking in there with pressure in his face and getting those passes off. Obviously, they're not complete if he's getting hit as he's throwing the ball, but you wouldn't expect that, But doing a good job of trying to get these completions made. So South is punting from pretty much the 20-yard line.
Another good
nice
kick.
Nice kick. And then they're going to return it. That's number 24 for Sumner.
Ooh.
Whoa, and that was a good hit. Really depleted them. That was a nice hit, and that looks like number 55 from South Kitsap. And that would be Jaden Bersheim with the hit. So he's the 6'2".
255. He's a big kid.
Here
it is.
He's had some intent.
Right here. Kaboom.
Kaboom. And just took him on down, but everybody bounces up, which, again, is what we want to see.
That's what we want to see.
Looks
like Sumner's going to come out with a new quarterback. Number 15, Diego Colley. He's a junior quarterback, 6 foot, 175 pounds.
And a handoff right up the middle, and then he breaks it on left down to the 19-yard line. So
just a simple off-tackle play, right, Phil?
Yep.
Nothing fancy to it?
Nothing fancy at all to it. Picks up about just over 7 yards, I'd say, so second down 3.
So if they throw 3 people out to the right side again, I'd watch for that quick pass. Hope they're only sending out 2, Phil.
Yep, they're using the H-back in the formation right now. Just kind of looks like, again, a running formation, but we'll see. Yep, right up the middle. Going to gain about 2, just short of the first down.
Nice contact by Sealand, number 50, middle of the line there in the south. It's a good tackle, wrapped him up.
So Sumner player is coming off the field, hobbling a little bit. Hopefully
a little twisted ankle or something, huh?
Hopefully not too bad there.
So third and a long 1, short 2 for Sumner. So let's see if our South defense can hold him here. Pass play. Caught inside the 10. That's number 22 for Sumner, Matthew Spurbeck. And that'll be a first down. So it's going to be first and goal from just inside the 10.
How's our level? Can you tell? Looks good.
So they have a very prolific offense. They're a prolific offense. I don't remember them punting so far tonight, have they, Phil or Brian?
They have not.
South held them on 1 play, but it was an interception. So run off left-hand time, and they're calling him down at the 1-yard line. And that's, I believe that was number 31 for Sumner.
Tannehill, the ball carrier.
And there would be a Bryce Tano.
Ball inside the 1-yard line.
So ball's at the 1-yard line, second and goal. Again, 3 receivers to the right, one to the left.
Be surprised if this goes anywhere except right up. Well,
yep,
off tackle
and he's in for the off tackle left-hand side, and he's in for a touchdown. So that'll bring the score to 43-0 in favor of Sumner with 6:30 left.
And that score activates the running clock in high school. It's we've had some debate whether it's a 40 or 42 point lead in the second half that then creates the running clock.
Which can be turned off and or reversed if the score narrows.
And the extra point is good, so it's 44-0. So again, South it's their second game. Range of Russell with Sumner. Sumner is ranked at with 9 in the state right now.
9 in the state, and there's some teams ranked above them that have a loss. So I'm not sure how frequently they update but they do look impressive. So they look impressive on offense and defense. Just a well coached team as well. So these games happen once in a while, but still an opportunity to play, get better.
And again, South is fielding a fairly young team. Not a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors, and sophomores. Quite a few sophomores. That's good for the future. Get them some game time, game experience, and let them get bigger. So,
the color's not throwing our eyeballs off. The Sumner Spartans do significantly look larger as a group.
Yes,
than South at this point.
Yep. So that's. Again, Wyatt Redding game ready to kick off. He's put it consistently into the end zone. Let's see where this one goes. Into the end zone. So, not even close. It's dropping 3/4 of the way in there. Line drive kicks. So, South will take over on their 20-yard line again.
It's fun to watch him kick. He has a strong leg. I had a good friend in junior high and high school, even though he went to a rival school. Here in the state of Washington. And when he kicked the ball, it sounded significantly different than everybody else, and I could never figure it out. His name was Jeff Jagger. A fairly good career at the University of Washington and with the Oakland Raiders, if you will, but it's one of those sounds when you hear somebody kick it that didn't sound like all the other kids when they kicked it.
Yep. So South, this has been about their best plays is
quick pitch, got it out to him.
Nice little play, well blocked.
Well blocked, gains 5 yards.
Nice run, Jordan. And then they had just a quick seal, right, Phil? So they just got that. All it took was one quick seal. They ran again short side, which I think is to their advantage on this particular night, and if it's there, it's great. But they're not going to beat Sumner sideline to sideline.
I could. When I tried it in class, it was not very.
Here you go. Here's that was the student section again. They are still into it, which is you love seeing that. They're supporting their classmates and everything, and that's great. High snap. Again, handoff inside, breaks it on out, breaks tackle.
Nice job, Jordan.
Jordan gets across the 30-yard line. I think we're going to get South Kitsap first down.
Jalen Jordan on the tackle. Second and 3.
Nope, first down.
And 10. Good job, South. Couple.
There's some students out of the student section. They're having fun, getting together, rooting on their wolves and their friends.
Yep. There's been cheerleaders there, and the cheerleaders are cheering them on. And here we go. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Again, kind of a little bit higher snap. Quarterback does a good job not pitching it and just getting what he can and brings it back up to line of scrimmage. I think a pitch there would have been a major loss for South. So Sumner does a good job of tracking the ball and rallying to the ball to the point where I would love to see us have a reverse. It may not work, but
their pursuit angles are fairly aggressive, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and if we have somebody faster, we get on the backside. That might be a big play, but and see if they actually do stay at home. So this time South will put the 3 receivers over on the left-hand side of the formation. Single back, pass play. He's going to swing out to the running back on the left-hand side, and again, that's Jordan.
Jordan.
And he's going to unfortunately leave the company.
Good open field tackle. The Spartans defender.
Yeah.
Kept square to him. Jordan's made more than a couple people miss tonight on his own. He's had a one-on-one situation.
There's a little shout out to Owen Smith there, number 77, which I'm kind of partial to that number. That was my number in high school.
Really?
Yeah. They chiseled it onto the stone uniforms we had.
And on the wool, 100% wool uniform.
And on the leather helmet.
That's not nice.
You guys are mean. I'm a nice guy.
Quick
you guys are
quick
mean
throw to the right side. Good pursuit by the Spartans. And that's, again, unfortunately going to lose yardage.
Quick, though, Phil. Yep.
So, fourth down for South Kitsap.
Brings on the punting team. Same punt returner standing on the 50-yard line.
Yep.
Is it just me, or has he stood there about 3 or 4 different punts?
8.
Okay. Pretty sure-handed. 24 for Sumner. Jay Mentic. And another pretty good kick.
Yep, that's a good pitch. Pushing back. He does call for the fair catch. That was a kind of a weak call for that fair catch.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get plowed. But,
good punt, though. Good snap.
Yep.
Good coverage. Nice kick. No return.
So.
And the clock's continuing to run. So it's there's 2 minutes left. The third quarter. 44 for the visiting Spartans. Yet to score for the South Kitsap Wolves.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 45-yard line. Again, they have their, looks like their second-string quarterback in there, number 15, Diego Colley. And some.
Yeah, it looks like the reserves are coming, which is a good way to
new
do it.
backfield. Yep. So that's going to be number 31, Bryce Tannehill, for about 5 to 6 yards. They'll give him 5 and bring up second down.
So they got these kids really spread out wide, don't they, Phil? I mean, they're a good 25 yards away from the ball out on the left.
Yeah, and that's, I was going to say, that's usually an indication of a run up the middle to me. So in high school,
I mean, honestly, there's, and I know Bo was playing the first half from Spartans and could get the ball out there and wing it out there, but it's uncommon in high school to see them that far away from the ball at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, unless you got some real good deep threats, they're going to bring it back across the middle or something. That's, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 4, another run play, another tackle for South. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
And the
nice
last
defensive set there for the Wolves.
Yep. And that's all they're trying to do is to spread them out. For those last 2 plays, both receivers split way out to the left. Even at the snap of the ball, went further to the left. And both plays have ran from the ball. So just trying to get a couple of the Wolves out of that play and play 9-on-9, I guess, huh?
Yep, so this will bring up 4th down and 4 from just inside the Wolves territory. Quick pass. Good timing, good tackle, but good catch. And that catch was by number 20, Caden Evans. But hard to stop that. It was just
that might be the last play at the end of the third quarter.
So I think that will be. So that's the end of the third quarter with Sumner leading 44-0 over the South Kitsap Wolves.
So give me one good nugget for the fourth quarter, Phil. Let's put a positive spin on it for the kids here. Good defensive stand. How about another turnover? I'd love to see a turnover.
Let's see if we can get the offense moving a little bit. Would be great. If we can, and they are right now. Their last series they started to get some drive going, but defense has kind of stood Sumner up a couple times, and that's been great to see. But it'd be really nice if we could see the offense get maybe 2 or 3 first downs in a row.
Yep, it's good. You go with that. I'll focus on the defense. I'd really like to see one turnover, one rallying to the ball, whether they strip it, whether they have an interception.
Just relay to me whatever he
exchange. So I'll be looking for a turnover. This, maybe some of these Sumner kids have not had an opportunity to play as much.
Well, and some positive experiences and playing time for some of the Wolves too, as they go against the number 2s or even number 3s of Sumner.
And you're starting to see some substitutions on the Wolves side too, on the defense. So that's good. We got some promising things going on with Wolves football. We have some young kids coming up who are doing well and playing well. There's an incomplete pass. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7. some of our younger teams are playing well. So hopefully as those kids come on up, they continue to play.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. Maybe this is not a fair question, but I have not seen I've only heard that they've been doing very well at the JV level and below. You guys had a chance to watch them?
I was, as you were talking, I was trying to remember what the score was that I was given, but the C Squad had a significant win here a week or so ago. It was like 44-7, 14, and I can't even tell you who they're playing. But that's some positive, good building blocks for the future.
Yep, and that's a great play by the Wolves defense, rallying to the ball and actually
negative yard play.
Yep,
right,
tackle
Phil?
for loss. So
yep.
They'll lose about 1, and it's going to bring up 4th down and long 7 to go. And I think
they're going to try a
field goal. Get a field goal attempt
from 44 yards out.
Actually, that'll be 54, 53, 54 yards because you had the 10 in the end zone.
I know it's 44-0 in the 4th quarter, but this kid's, if given the opportunity, this would be a really good highlight for this young man.
Yep.
To try. You don't get a lot of opportunities. Oh, it's a bad snap. And South's going to take over.
Going to take over, and that's great for South. So
Phil, does that count as my fumble, my turnover?
No.
Oh, both of you. See, I wasn't asking you, by the way.
Well, you got me to answer, though. No, because if now I would have given it to you had a wolf jumped on it, but a wolf didn't jump on it.
Ooh, that's an excellent point because, I could have articulated how we caused the fumble in the bad snap, and the holder was petrified, but he did recover it. So it's technically not a turnover.
It's not a turnover.
And basically, as soon as he fell on it, the ball was dead.
So, all right. Okay.
So Wolves has the ball on the 42. So this is good starting field position. Maybe we can get a drive going out of this and see what happens. 1st and 10. So pass
rolling
play.
To the right. Nice defending him off.
He's got lots of time.
He's going to take another pop.
And that is not intentional grounding because, flag comes out.
Might be roughing the passer.
Maybe. I was wondering about that because he released and then took the pop. So.
And the Spartans defense. Oh,
it's not intentional grounding. No.
It's roughing the passer.
No. They're calling intentional grounding.
But it's not. It went way beyond the lines. Yeah, I don't like that call at all.
Yeah, I don't know what the official rule is on that and all that, but it's kind of like, give a kid a break. I mean, I know you got to call it like it is and all that, but it's give the kid a break.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 27 for South. So there goes there. Good field position, unfortunately.
Yep.
Hey, the good news is it's still only 2nd down.
Yep.
Got 3 split out to the left. Maybe they got some trickeration lined up here for us, Phil.
Is that a word?
I think so.
It is. You just used it.
Now.
Oh, nice pitch.
Another pitch. Another
nice hard run. Nice job.
So that's number 44 for South Kitsap.
There's no quit. No quit in those Wolves. That's a nice positive sign.
And that's Daniel Welch, and guys, he's a sophomore. So
nice hard run, Daniel. Good job, young man.
Brings up 3rd and
I don't know if that was their longest run from the play scrimmage tonight, Phil, but it was close.
Yeah.
I remember Jordan Lee's got a couple of them. We don't have official stats up here, but that was either the longest or
close to it. So it's going to bring up 3rd and probably about 18.
Going to dump it off out here to the left.
Nope, pulls on up. Tackle made at the 40. So it brings up 4th and 12 from your own 40. And I don't know what Coach Erickson is thinking here, but I don't see the punt team out there.
Let me see.
Yes, I do. Now I do. Yeah. At
Brian,
first, I was like, I don't know if I'd go for it in 4th and 13.
Well, now, Brian, per your earlier message, now maybe they have something set up here to practice in game time. Maybe this is where they have an opportunity to to fake a punt. I don't know what good it does to.
And South just took a timeout to kind of think about things, make sure they got things right.
Which is too bad because Sumner was running out a returner.
So maybe
they were running out a new returner, and he was not in position yet. So,
and just so we're clear, you can call a timeout, and that actually does stop the clock. So we're not running at this point.
Yep.
Still 6.5 minutes left in the fourth period from Kitsap Bank Stadium.
I believe the only time it stops is in the timeout or after a score. Could be wrong, but
no, I think you're right. It does not stop at change of possession, which is
or incomplete pass or out of bounds.
Yep.
Or anything along those lines. All right, back on the field for the Wolves. Take it away, Phil.
Is this going to be your trickery or what? What's it?
Trickeration.
Trickeration. That's a new word.
Trickeration.
Turkey-ration.
So South back to punt on 4th and 13. Good snap.
Nice high kick.
Punt.
Yeah, see if he gets a roll out
Short.
of this.
He does get a roll.
South Kitsap roll.
They're down at the 35-yard line.
Yep. So
we'll take that.
Nice kick.
That's positive. Hey,
27, 28-yard kick with no return. So we'll definitely take that.
I see a good omen for the Wolves here, guys. The moon has just appeared. It's about from our vantage point, the 50-yard line up above there to the east. It's a beautiful noon.
Brian,
we can see it. That's not the lights, but we can see it. But I think that's a good omen for the Wolves.
So again, Phil, they got Spartans still continue to spread their receivers out 25, 30 yards away from the ball.
Yep, and quarterback keeps it and goes around the end here.
There's a flag. We're gonna have
but we're going to have a hold, I believe.
We're going to have a holding
coming
call.
Back.
So, and here's another point in time where the clock does not stop. It's on a flag.
Sumner has their another quarterback in there, Tristan Rebar. There's a name for you, huh? That sounds like a tough kid. He's a sophomore quarterback and getting a little game time experience. Good way to do it.
Yep. So that's going to be 10 yards against Sumner. Now bring up 1st and 20 for Sumner.
That's a football name. Rebar. That's
a good name.
I like that.
They spot the ball. Phil just marking off the penalty. And
yep. The ball will be at the 25, 26-yard line.
It's going to be first and 26.
You guys are on air.
So, told
you guys are live.
Here come the Wolves.
So they got 2 receivers to the left, an H-back and 1 receiver to the right. It's a handoff inside. And the Wolves are all over it. And they're going to gain about 2-3 yards. So good job by South defense there. South subbing in and out a lot of players right now. It is senior night here.
It's a good point.
You know, we had all the seniors recognized and their parents and everything. And, you know, to support these parents, give all these student athletes is great. So 2nd down, another run play. He's going to break on out.
Oh, good pursuit.
Yep, good job. Does gain about 10 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
According to my calendar, guys, we have another home football game next Friday, which is October 1st. Where'd September go? And it's going to be against Olympia, the Olympia Bears, and which means that they would only have 1 week to get somebody to replace us. So I think we're back next week, guys.
Don't give them any ideas. So another run play, and South, had him in the backfield, but slowed him down enough to get pursuit. It's going to gain about 6.
To use the term, there was a pack of wolves there bringing him down.
Yep, so it's going to bring up 4th down, and it looks like a long 3 yards to go from the Sumner 42-yard line.
So Phil, I get all the peripherals that have taken place in the second half. You know, the running clock. I'm sure the Spartans have given a lot of kids opportunity to play, but fact of the matter is it's 7-0 in the second half.
That's true.
Nice,
you know.
nice point.
So the Spartans did get into the end zone early, And it did go to running clock, so there hasn't been a lot of plays. But
long pass play and nice block.
There was a very nice block.
And nice hit. And that's number 44 for the Spartans. And that's Cody Cummings, 10th grader. And here you go. And this is
he's running hard.
He's running hard. And a nice tackle by number 5 from South Kitsap. Six, number 6. So that's Diane Sellers.
Dion, I believe.
Dion Sellers,
Yeah.
sorry. It's getting late. My eyes aren't.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's hard.
fantastic to stop any further progress. Cause
Yep, he was
outside.
Outside. So that's first down for Sumner from the 17-yard line. They're going to bring up about 5 yards and bring it down to about the 12.
So I'll take the blame on that long Spartan pass play there. I did mention that they had kept it pretty close in the second half, so that one's on me.
Troy Larson fault.
Sorry, Wolves.
Troy Larson fault.
So brings up 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Another run play up the middle. He's going to get the first down, going to get down to the 4-yard line. So,
and there's still time for my turnover, by the way. Come on, Wolves.
So I believe
Shake 'em
that's
up.
Bryce Tannehill that they're running number 31. Is that number 21? So that's number 21. And that is Landon Allville, a junior. So another run play, right up the middle. Going to gain about a yard, maybe 2. Probably give them the 2 yards, bring up 2nd down and goal to goal.
Well, if they don't score on this play, I think this is going to be. I think this might be the last play of the game.
So 2nd and goal.
Wolves have a beast in there, number 65, Brendan Bork. He's 6'5", 290. Lineman, go figure. Big
Quarterback
kid.
keeps it. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. So I'm assuming that came into the holding territory, Phil. Generally, when you see the interior flag on the field,
and if it is,
that might do it, huh?
That will probably do it by the time they spot it. Yep, it is going to be holding, and that is going to probably end the game. So we have 8 seconds left with a running clock. The official just looked up the clock. He's like, I'm not even going to walk this off.
Oh, he is. He's getting his practice in.
He's getting practice in, and that's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game.
So, you know, Wolves ran into a buzzsaw tonight. Sumner Spartans are definitely everything that they're built up to be. They're a great team, and they give their best, but just wasn't enough.
Yep. All in all, Phil. So, despite the score of the game, I'm going to give the night itself a 10. Awesome to see the band, the fans out. Beautiful night here at Kitsap Bank Stadium, and get them next week. Have a good week of practice.
Put this game in the rearview mirror. Forget about it. Go on. They've got the Olympia next week at home.
24-hour rule, don't they say that? Think about
Yep.
it tonight. Learn from it and move on.
Yep, absolutely.
So we want to thank you for joining us tonight and this season. We'll be back broadcasting next week. We'd also like to thank students of the video production program here at South who've made this television program possible. The final score again is Sumner Spartans 44, South Kitsap Wolves nothing.
Or 7-0 in the second half.
Or 7-0 in the second half. So long, good night from South Kitsap High School.